Hello there, Karen Wolf here in the art studio this evening. I'm a painter and I teach you how to paint and become a better painter so that you can be more confident and proud of your art. So when you paint more confident, your paintings are, of course, a lot better. So that's what I'm here for. So I am here this evening. We are going to finish part 2 of the birdhouse. Excuse me, part 2 of the birdhouse. Houses, and it's gonna be fun. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. Hey Tammy. Oh, hey Tammy from West Virginia. Yay. All right, she's got it. I'm getting you guys going. I'm getting you trained. Come on here, and when you jump on, say hey. Let me know where you're from. I got my map somewhere here. I was going to get on it and start marking it. So I'm going to track and see, well, not track, but kind of see where my reach is, see who's watching me on here. So that's exciting. I've got Wisconsin, Arkansas, of course, West Virginia, where I'm from. I've got North Carolina. I've had California, Canada. Who am I missing? Let's see. Oh, gosh, I can't think. Can't think. I know I'm missing some. Who? Oklahoma. There's a bunch. I've got a bunch. Tennessee. Yeah, Tina's from Tennessee. So, all right. Y'all say hey when you jump on here. Let me know where you're from. Say hi. And if you're watching the replay, do the same. And let me know you're watching the replay. I'm getting that bar out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so I've got you one here. I've got my junk over here on this side that you can see. But you can see the birdhouse painting, and that's what we're shooting for. Okay, so what we did last night was went on here and started the birdhouse. And I said I've run out of time. So we're going to finish it this evening. So hopefully you guys can see. Hey, Myra. Out the road. Yes, you are. Oh, that's funny. She's quite close. Quite close. All right. We were just out by that way. And saw you at the barn. So, I've got Tammy on here. Heather. And Tammy. And Myra. All right. And some birdhouses. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint these birdhouses. And hopefully you guys can see on here. And hopefully I can hold out on here standing up. If not, I'm going to have to sit down. I'm putting all my weight on one foot from after my fall last night. My foot was hurting pretty bad. And then, of course, it's quite swollen, but, as long as I don't put weight on it, I'm okay, but to put weight on it, it kind of hurts. All right. Well, not kind of. It does. Okay. No big deal, though. We got this going on. Okay. It could have been a whole lot worse. I could have injured my hand, right? Okay. So, we're going to paint the stuff in the painting. We're going to start doing some stuff. Now this is just, like I said, this isn't a dimensional thing. It's just kind of a little, what I said was cutesy or tutti frutti or that sort of thing. It's, you've got to run for a bit so it won't be able to hang out long. I wanted to say, hey, Heather, thanks for jumping on. Sure appreciate you. There's Amy jumping on. Hadn't seen you on here for a little while, Amy. Welcome. Hello. But we're going to do a couple birds, I think. 2 or 3 birds, maybe. On my example, I had 3 birds. Heather had the idea maybe to leave one birdhouse vacant. And you could put your vacancy sign or something like that on there. Let's see. Just a little, not anything fancy. I'm just going to do something that's pretty easy. Maybe even just a round Maybe I'll do a, I was going to just do a round. Maybe I'll do a round head. Just trying to keep this simple because I don't want it to get real complicated for you guys. Okay? So we'll do a bird. Maybe that'd be easy. Or sometimes the little, you know, the little, just one head, just one whole body thing is easier. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it like that. Okay, this one I had drawn on the very tippity top of that one, but I don't want its belly on there like that. It looks like its belly is on the thing. I want it to have legs. I think. Do I? I don't know if I do or not, do I? Okay. Well, anyways, what we're doing here is quite impromptu. We started the birdhouse. I didn't do any planning or anything ahead of time. I just started painting. And this is what we ended up with last night. Too cute. Pretty cute. Pretty cute. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do some cutesy birds, since, I don't know, would it have a, sometimes you just have to throw spaghetti, right? Okay, I like that. I like that. Just a little something plain. Okay, so there's that. That's fun. All right, so here's what we got so far. Just these little birds here. And there's one there. And this one up here, we could do another bird, or like Heather said, we could do a sign on the thing, on it there, or somehow that says vacancy. If I have room. I'm a big writer. I write big. Is that how you spell vacancy? Okay. It doesn't look like it because I've got it all squished together. Okay. All right. So we could do that, or we could do another bird up here. So you all say whether you want this one. I think we could have it looking maybe out the other way. There. Or we could just leave the vacancy sign. So you all let me know. Do you want 3 birds, or do you like the vacancy sign? And it would be helpful if you could see the top of the thing. Okay. All right. Can you see that now? Yes. Okay. All right. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Patsy and Louise. Okay. So that's your choice. You've got a vacancy sign here, and 3 birds, or leave this bird off and have vacancy there. So you all choose. You all choose. And then we need to choose bird colors. So y'all start throwing me out some bird colors. Let me know what color birds you want. I'm going to start painting them white to get, just get a first coat in there. On these down here. If we do 2 birds, we could do I don't like to have just two. I was thinking three. I like to do things in threes. We got 3 birdhouse, 3 birds. We could do another bird maybe down here to have 3 birds, and then the vacancy sign up there. So vacancy and leave off 1 bird. Okay. So have the vacancy maybe sign on this one or on the green one. Just go ahead and have it on the green one. Okay, we'll do that. Well, I kind of like that bird there and not this one here better, but that's okay. We'll do this. We'll do this bird here. Decisions, decisions, guys. Decisions, decisions. Anyways, you're the artist. You do it however you want. It's your painting. You do it your way. That's the beauty of being an artist, is you get to choose. You get to do it. So that's the fun part. Okay, I about painted that bird. Okay, so then we're going to get rid of this bird. See how quick and easy that was? And what I drew that on there with, so that I could see ahead of time what it looked like, was the soft fine charcoal. And that was this. The Artist Loft brand, or not Artist Loft, Winsor & Newton brand is what I have. And it's a soft fine charcoal. And make sure you get soft, because it's easier to work with and it's easier to clean off. Because this extra line out here on the outside, I'll be able to wipe that off with a paper towel or a baby wipe or something once I get finished or get to the point where this is dry. I can do that. All right, so we're going to do birds. We're going to do, not sure what color birds. Y'all have any suggestions for birds? Feel free to say. And we're going to make this a vacancy sign. And I think I'm going to make it look like and remember, I have my light source on the opposite side as I normally do, which is weird. So I'm just making that kind of a, looks like a sign, a blue and a red bird. All right, the 2 most popular birds, a blue one and a red one. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then for the legs, I'm just going to go in and do just a brown. I put a little bit of purple, or you can put a little bit of black just in your brown, just to darken that a little bit. You can do that with the very edge of your 1/2-inch flat, or you can do it with a script liner. Doesn't matter. I'm just putting some just indications of legs and feet there. All right. So this sign, I've just kind of painted it in with a gray of burnt umber and blue. And I added a little white to it to make it gray looking. And then I'm just kind of putting in just some lights there to gray it up even more so it'll show up. We're going to do some flowers and some vines, I think, would be pretty. You know what you all think? Some vines, and that was a suggestion, and some flowers would be good. So, yeah. So let's just do, how about we'll do like a, just kind of a vine growing up from from the bottom there. I'm just giving myself a guide, just drawing in some lines. I may stick to them and I may not. Who knows with me what I shall do. Do I want one there or not? Okay, so just some vines growing up here along the side. Nothing really standoutish, I think. Just something. Just for some more green in color. Just something. Just keep it a little bit simple, but yet add enough to it to add some pizzazz. Hey, Nancy. Thanks for joining. Hello. Hello, hello. Good evening. So, all right. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a red bird and a blue bird. We've said. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some greenery in there to, while my white's drying. I'm looking for my liner brush. I think I'll do that. You can do this with a round or a liner brush. Take some green and a little bit of purple. You can darken green with purple. You can darken it with red. Well, I've got a little bit of red here. We can darken it with a little bit of red. So you can darken your green with a little bit of purple, or you can darken it with red, or you can darken it with blue. You can darken it with burnt umber. And the color mixing, I did a little color mixing demonstration. I did one inside of my All Access membership, and I've done one here, but those are the kinds of things that we do inside of the All Access membership. So, you guys, that's open this week. It opened on Monday. The doors open to the membership, and I'm just getting this really, adding some water to it to get it so it'll move. You don't want it to be real thick. You want it to move across the canvas. You don't want it to be like too watery, but enough to where it'll move with strip liner. Okay, but the All Access membership is open this week, and if you have an idea that you would like to join, this is the time. It is open. Like I said, it opened Monday. It will be open through Friday at midnight. And then the doors close. Friday, March the 18th at midnight, the doors close. So if you think that you would like to join, now's the time, because it won't open again for 6 months till September. So it's not an open membership all the time. It opens for members twice a year, and it's open now. Yay, yay, yay. So exciting. I'm so excited about that. Oh, my lands. It's been a long 6 months. It seems like it takes forever, but during the time that it's closed, that gives me an opportunity to record more instructional videos, to get to take care of the members more, to be in and do things, special things for the members, and I stay really busy, so that gives me time to take care of them. So, and build the membership up, and that takes care of my members. Build the membership up, record more videos, do tutorials that are helpful. Like I said, the color mixing, the values, the composition, the just everything, just in general. Cleaning your brushes, where to find supplies, where to buy them, where to find supplies, what supplies you need. What else? There's so much in there. I should have wrote it all down. But I'm hoping that I didn't get to do it this evening, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to do one evening this week, go in and give you maybe a sneak peek of what's inside so you can see the membership and what there is, what I have to offer. So it's not all about the tutorials, guys. It's not all about I think there's like 70, over 70 actually, painting tutorials in there. And that's looking cute. Y'all like that? It's not all about the over 70 painting tutorials that you have available and all that. It's not all about, what's available inside for you that you'll have access to, which is a lot. But it's about once you get in there, using it and learning and implementing and becoming the painter that you want to be, that you'd like to see, that you'd like to see yourself as. The materials, the guides, the videos, and all that stuff's there for you. But if you don't use it, it's all for nothing. So once you get in there and you start using it, you will be amazed. You will just, it'll blow your mind at the what you have available and how you can use that to grow as an artist. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. Answer your questions. In my over 20 years of experience in painting and teaching art, I have learned a lot of just shortcuts so that you can do this a lot faster than I did. It took me a while. I had to do it the hard way, so. Alright, so I'm just putting some grasses and stuff in here, just kind of working this in the bottom just so it doesn't look so just plain. And we did the green with the dark green, and then I added the light with yellow, adding yellow, and just highlighting these some so you could see them more, because it's all about contrast, guys. Dark against light and light against dark, because if everything's dark, you can't see if you add dark, and vice versa. So you have to add both. You add the light, so the light makes the dark show up and the dark makes the light show up, if that makes sense. Alright. Yeah. You go dark, middle tone, and highlight. And it looks so cool. I say painting as being magic. It's just, you're just like a magician of sorts. It's so fun, isn't it? Do I have a lot of painters? Are you a beginner painter? You've been painting for a while? You want to learn to paint? Just getting started? You used to paint? You quit for a while? And now you're wanting to start painting back again? I have lots of people that say that. I have lots of people that say, I used to paint a long time ago, and I quit, and I'd like to get started again. And they're afraid, because fear, we talked about that last night. Fear holds you back. fear hold you back. We're using acrylic paint here. This is what I use as acrylic paint. I normally use the most of the paints on my plate are the Liquitex Basics. This is what I use. Is there a glare on that? Liquitex Basics is what I use. There we go. And excuse me. And I do have some student grade, and that's a student grade paint. And then I have some other student grade paints that I use here in the art studio that I had at my art studio in town. So that's what I'm using here. So I'm going to use a red over here. Since that's a red birdhouse, I'm going to put this red bird on this side. And I just took some red and put some brown in it, just to darken it. Because you start out with and I'm just using a round number. Usually I use a number 4, but my number 4 round is wore out. And yay, I finally ordered paint and brushes today, you guys. I finally remembered. Oh, I was having a heck of a time remembering to do that, and I finally remembered to do that today. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the light, I'm going to put in some orange to lighten that red, to brighten that red, and then the dark is red and brown. And I'm just putting in some orange to brighten up that red, and then I'll go in with pure red over top of it so that it really pops. The beak, I guess we'll do like yellow and orange for the beak, maybe. All right. But if you have any questions about the All Access membership, please feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer your questions. It is $47 a month. I always forget to say that. It's $47 a month. You have access to the over 70 painting tutorials, all the guides, inside of the private Facebook group, all that. Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's just kind of a fun, whimsical sort of thing. And you can make your birds and stuff whatever color you want. You can make yellow birds, red birds, orange birds, whatever. But you have access to all of those over 70 tutorials and the library plus all the other. And you have access to that for as long as you are a member. When you leave, you don't have access to those tutorials anymore. You lose your access to that. And then when you, if you come back, oh, thank you, Brenda. Then if you come back, you get access to it all again. So for the bluebird, I think I'm going to add, to darken it a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit of purple and a little bit of brown, just to darken it a little bit. I'm using ultramarine blue. And this is definitely a student grade paint. I did order my Liquitex ultramarine today. I ordered a new, actually two number 4 rounds, because I use the same, pretty much the same brushes all the time. I use the same palette knife every time because I only have the one palette knife. I should have ordered some palette knives just to experiment, but I wasn't thinking about that. I use the same, a 1-inch flat, a 1/2-inch flat, a number 4 round, a script liner, and usually a number 6 or 8 bristle brush. So I really only use, oh, didn't mean to do that. I really only use you know, a handful of brushes. And then the script line, or the script liner, the palette knife. I use the same palette knife all the time. I'm not even sure what number that is. If it even had a number on it. If it does, it's gone, because I've used that for a long, long time. And this is not wanting to stick because it's wet. So I'm going to have to let it dry. And I'm just pulling in just to have some indications of some things there. And that might be a little bit too big, but it's a whimsical little guy. And if you draw one, you don't have to follow the charcoal out to the end. You can wipe that charcoal off. Oh, I've painted on my shirt already. How many of you paint on your clothes when you're painting? That is an absolute... Does anybody wear an apron? That would be my question. Do you wear an apron when you paint, or do you wear your just painting clothes? I wear, well, let's just say, I have clothes, all my clothes are covered with paint. But I do have particular clothes that I wear, shirts that I wear to paint in. Okay, so let me tell you another little thing. Acrylic paint dries 2 to 3 shades darker. So if you think that it is dark enough, you're right. If you think that it's light enough, probably not most of the time, because acrylic paint dries 2 to 3 shades darker, especially if you're using a beak is yellow and orange. The bluebird was blue and burnt umber and a little bit of purple so far. But if you use a cheaper grade, student grade, it supposedly dries even darker. So if you want your, you'll just have to keep adjusting for that. I don't know why I said if you want your. To get it lighter, you just have to keep adjusting for that, and just going lighter and lighter and lighter. Because acrylic painting is just layers and layers of paint. You build up layers of paint. Thin, usually, not real thick. I mean, if you wanted to do that, you could. I'm trying to find a good round. It's not so big for my flowers. Heather wears an apron. You used to wear an apron. Now you wear... Oh, I thought you said you... Oh, you were correcting yourself. You used to wear an apron, and now you just wear paint shirts, pants, because you're forever dropping your brush in your lap. Yeah. I stand up when I paint, and this evening it's killing my foot, but I'm dealing with it. I'm putting all my weight mostly on my on my right foot, though. You just wear painting clothes. You have an apron, but hardly ever use it. Yeah. I just wear my clothes. I'm more comfortable in my clothes. My husband bought me a shirt to paint in, and I just couldn't do it. He thought that that was a grand idea, and maybe so, but I just couldn't do it. So it was a cute smock. I said, thanks, but no thanks. I'll just paint in my clothes. And I've actually never tried to wear an apron. So I'm going to go in with some, I think, what do y'all think? I'm thinking orange flowers. I'm thinking for some reason I want to do orange flowers. Y'all like the idea of orange flowers? I'm going to do... I didn't mean to do it that long. There. Thinking to do like, I was just going to do them like down, but do I want to do them around? Do I want them like this, or do I want them down? I think I just want them down. Do y'all ever do that? Just like change your mind in the midst of it all? I just did, didn't I? Where's my 1/2 inch flat? Okay, so I had that on there and I don't like it because what I want to do is just make my flowers going down instead of around, since this is kind of a whimsical sort of painting. And I'm not pushing hard to do this, because if you push hard, you'll take your paint off. I'm going to go in with orange with a little bit of white in it to opaque it a little bit. I think I'm going to do my center first. So I have something to go off of. Okay. And I'm putting white in it, like I said, just a little bit of white to opaque my orange a little bit. There we go. I always do my centers first, and I tried to do it without doing the center first. And I screwed it up because I have to have a center. I don't know if you guys are like that or not, but I have to have a center there to have something to go towards. So that helps me. So I just used my center was yellow and probably a little bit of orange that was in my brush. That's pretty. That's pretty. All right, liking that. Okay. Pretty so far. You all liking that so far? Okay. All right. So, nobody has any all access questions, huh? Okay. Let's see. What else do I need to tell you? You have 24/7 access to the full library. You can get in there on the website is where the tutorials are. If you want to see what the tutorials that are in there, they're on the Art by Karen Wolf website, artbykarenwolf.com, and if you go to the Painting Tutorials library, you'll be able to see the tutorials that are there. So that's cool. And here's the link if you would like to see more information and join the All Access membership. There you go. The first painting class, Brenda says, that I went to, the instructor told us to get a bottle of vodka and put it in a small unmarked bottle to remove acrylic paint from things. That would probably work. I don't know. But I honestly have always used, if your paint underneath is cured, you can just use a little bit, clean your 1/2 inch flat like you saw me do. I cleaned my 1/2 inch flat, and then I wiped, and I'm just putting yellow on these centers here, some bright yellow, leaving the, oh, I'm doing it backwards. Oh. Okay, sorry. Ugh. I painted my highlight backwards than I normally do, so paint yellow on your bright side, and then on your dark side is orange and yellow. But I just use water on my, clean my 1/2 inch flat. Okay, so like, see, I got that right there, and I don't like that. So I'm going to take I just take my brush, my 1/2 inch flat, usually is something I have control of. I clean it. I get the water off of it, squeeze it with my paper towel, and then I clean that paint off of there with my 1/2-inch flat. Again, the paint underneath has to be cured, and then you can just take that and clean that off. Now, if you use whatever it is, he said, vodka or whatever, I guess you could do that, but I don't ever have that, and probably wouldn't go to the store and buy it. So, because I just don't ever have alcohol, I don't drink alcohol. But the baby wipes do the same thing. Just, you know, you can get an off-brand. These are, of course, Pampers, but I had these upstairs for the kids, and I was needing them for paint removal, so I brought them down here. So I think it's just what works for you. You'll figure it out and just use that. So there's a tip I had not heard of, and thank you for that. That's something I had not heard of. So I'm just darkening the side there. And I guess if you got to the point where you felt like you needed a little extra boost or take the edge off, you could use it for other purposes, right? Oh, that's funny. Hey, Stacy. Welcome. Hello. You don't drink either. Your way works great. That's funny, Brenda. Oh, shoot. I say the cheaper the better. Water is the best thing to use for me, so that's what I use. What is my favorite paint to use? Okay, good question. My favorite student grade paint is the Liquitex Basics. I've used different brands, and I always come back to this. There are lots of other paints back there, out there to use, and this is just the paint that I like. But there's other paints that folks like and use. And then for my professional paintings, my commissioned work, when I do pet portraits and things, I use the heavy body Liquitex, which is more expensive, but it has way more pigment, and it doesn't take as much of that to go along. It goes a long, long way. So those are my two favorites. But I've used other brands, and I'm just going back into the orange now and brightening up these flowers, because what I did first was went in with the white and orange to opaque it. So now I'm going in with a bright, just pure bright orange on the dark side to lighten or to darken that up. But everybody's different. Everybody, you know, has their thing. But I started using that Liquitex, and I love it. And that's just what I use. So thank you for asking that question. All right, then I'm going to go into the yellow with that orange on my brush. And I'm just highlighting, just making that side a little bit brighter on the bright side. And then I can go in with a little bit of yellow and orange and a little bit of white and brighten up that side even more, if I so choose. All right. So we've got some flowers, we've got some vines. Should we put flowers on the vines or just leave it? I'm almost inclined to just leave it. Not sure. All right. So then I'm going to put, that 1/2-inch flat is not real chisel edge. Get a chisel edge on your 1/2-inch flat, and hopefully it's one that hasn't been wore out. And do your do your stems, or you can do them with a script liner. Gosh, I can't even draw a straight line this evening. Here's another trick. If you get too fat of a line, you can do that same thing. Rinse your brush. Dry it with a paper towel. And you can thin that line there and make it however you want. I don't like that it's all going the same way. How I did that, I do not know. Because that looked like it was continuing. Didn't like that at all, so I'm gonna change that a little bit. All right, so there's just some leaves, some stems, some leaves. Just fun stuff. And then you can go in with some light ones. You can add some of the yellow to the green. You can lighten some of those up a little bit. And you can add more grass down here if you want. There. Pretty cool. And you can add whatever color flowers that you want. You can even change your flower colors. Oh, hi, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can even change your flower colors if you want and have, you know, some different flowers. But I do feel like we need to add some purple. I'm feeling a push to add purple for whatever reason. I just feel the need to do that. So, I think this sun, I want to go one more go at a little bit of light with that. And I'm just dragging my brush across. I just took a little bit of white, put it in my gray, and just drug that across because I'm going to write vacancy there. And I want it to show up. I'm going to add some more bright red to my bird. And some dark red just to the bottom, just to get a little dimension going there. Yeah, it's weird that I got the, and then I'm going to do just a brighter up here with some orange, just so that is brighter. And those birds you could probably do. Yeah, these are easy ones. I wanted them to be easy. I'm adding a little bit of yellow to the top of the nose, just to brighten that up a little bit. For the blue, I'm going to go over here to the blue bird, add a little bit of blue and brown, just to darken it and opaque that, or get some more coverage, not opaque it, cover that a little bit more because it just was showing through. With acrylic paint, student grade, sometimes it takes more than a coat or two to get it. So if you know, sometimes you just have to go a little, ooh, got my hand in my flower. Sometimes you just have to go a couple, I'm going to do a little bit of light blue at the top here. So I'm putting in some blue and white. Oh, I keep forgetting. My light source is coming from this way. Oh, my lands. I'll not ever do that again. And I honestly don't know why I did it this time. I guess it's because I fell down. Who knows with me what I do. And then I'm just trying to get this just a brighter blue. I added that white, trying to get a brighter blue, but that's not happening, so I'm going to have to do it again. I think I might have to dry it with a hairdryer. If it don't dry, hurry up and dry on it for me. So here I'm going to do vacancy. I could have put the other bird up there and put no vacancy, couldn't I? You could put the other bird up here and then put no vacancy because there's 3 birds. So, yeah, we could decide on that. What do you all think? No vacancy, 3 birds, or vacancy and 2 birds? There you go. There's another idea for you to chew on. In the meantime, I'm going to work on this bluebird. So either we do vacancy, leave the 2 birds, or we do no vacancy and have 3. I'm almost, I think no vacancy and 3 birds. But, you know, you all say. So I'm putting white up here because it's so dark, my blue's not showing up. I have, I'm using a blue that is student grade for short, and it's one of the Blick paints that I had from the art studio, and it's not wanting to cover for me. So adding a white, no vacancy and 3 birds. I was thinking so too. I just think that that would balance it out and it would still be cute with the sign. Thank you for that. But it was so dark that the blue wasn't showing, so I'm trying, once again, I'm trying to get that blue to show up. And then trying to blend this out so that there's not a line there. I don't want that line there. Okay. He looks like a blackbird instead of a bluebird. There we go. Finally. Okay. I still want this down on the bottom to be dark, but I want it to look blue. Okay, so we've got the red bird, the blue bird. I'm letting that set, and then we'll work on the that. We'll do another bird. I need some more white. All right, this has been fun. This is a fun one. This is fun. Are you guys enjoying this? I am. I think this is a cute painting, and it's fun. So that's why we paint, because it's fun. And it's therapy. It's just good for you. It's good for your soul. It's good for you mentally. Just makes you feel good. Just makes you happy. Time flies. Oh my gosh. Once you get into it and you're just painting away, time just goes by so fast. It's just freaky. I think I want to turn him out. Out or in? I think I like him. Maybe I'll have him, I could have him looking down at this one. There's my paper towel. I think that'll be a good idea. Maybe have him looking down at this little guy. I think I have him up too high. See, and that's the beauty of the soft fine charcoal. You know, if you see that you don't like something, you can change it, and there's no, you know, no paint on the canvas. You paint it on, and then you have to deal with okay. Does that look silly? I don't know. Now I don't think I like that, looking down. I was going to have him looking down at the other bird instead of looking out. So I may have him looking this way. But when you're working out your composition, what do y'all think? Bird looking down? Looking out down the way it is, or should I have him looking over? Yeah, we'll see what you all say. Okay, am I still there? Have I stopped or something? Y'all still have service? Am I good? Am I on here? Hey, Jane, welcome. You see me? I don't see... Oh. My thing is still back. Gosh. Long ways. My iPad died for a minute, I guess. And that blue's not showing up, so it's going to have to be darker. Yeah. Looking down looks good. Okay. Okay, that's good. Oh, hey, Jane, welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy, for your input. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I'll have to let that dry again. Okay, so I'm going to paint this in white while that's... Okay, now we have to decide what color to make this bird. I'm thinking yellow. Yellow bird. What do you all think? Yellow. We have orange flowers. We could do purple. Do a purple purple bird. I was going to do some purple flowers. In the in here, just some little purple flowers. Oh man, I gotta watch it from the beginning. Oh, that's funny. Oh shoot. It's a cute one. It's fun. It's just a fun one. And add your twist. Add your thing. Do what you love. Paint it the way you want it to be. It's fun. That's the whole fun of it. Is just doing it and having fun. That is the beauty of being an artist, a painter. Is just painting from your heart and soul. And you start with a blank canvas or a blank board or whatever the case may be, whatever you paint on. And you end up, in the end, with a great feeling in your heart, for one thing. Did y'all ever paint a down deep in your soul painting? Y'all, you know what I'm talking about? Those are the best. Those are the best. When you have, when you're working on a painting and you have this feeling of joy and just, oh gosh, it's just excitement and joy and fulfillment and just everything. And it's all just in your heart and soul. Just, oh, it's just like, and the painting is just, it's coming out in the painting, and the painting is coming together, and it's so pretty, and you're loving it, and it just comes together so nicely, and in the end you have a beautiful painting. Well, I'm telling you what, if you ever, and I'm just adding some more orange and yellow to this because acrylic paint dries 2 to 3 shades darker, and this is darkened up on me. I'm telling you, if you ever do that, don't stop. Do not stop painting at that moment if you can keep from it. You see people use gesso. Should you do that every time? I don't gesso my canvas. Is that what you're talking about? Gesso your canvas before you paint, or are you talking about using gesso for white? Stacy, you see what I'm talking to on that one? Or I'm talking to everybody, but Stacy asked me, she says she sees people use gesso. Should you do that every time? My canvas come already gessoed. I'm using black for the eye. Just a little black for the eye. And then I'm going to take, I think I may just outline the wing with the black also. Is that the way it goes? I think it goes the other way, don't it? Or does it? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. No, that's wrong. The wing goes back. I'm not a bird connoisseur. I think it goes the other way, doesn't it? Anyways, trying to figure out how this wing goes. Okay, if a bird's wing, I'm going to have to draw it on a piece of paper. It should go kind of, yeah, it goes like that. Yeah, the little wing. I don't have any wings drawn on any of my birds. I'm going to have to look up a bird. Do I have any in here? I don't have any in here either. I just don't do birds very often. Okay. I would say that it would go like that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look up the bird. I don't gesso my canvas, is what I was saying, and before I got caught on the don't know how to paint wings on a bird. I'm just going to have to look on here to see. I buy my canvas already pre-gessoed. Now, if you get a canvas and it's really, it has a too much of a tooth on it, like some of the canvases are real rough. They're cheaper canvases, and you get them and they have like a tooth, deep tooth on it. That is when you can gesso it a little bit, and then you can let it dry. Do a thin coat of gesso, let it dry, and then sand it a little bit with like a soft sandpaper or sanding tool. A lot of people use like, oh, there aren't any tutti frutti birds on here, but I can't even see any birds' wings on here. Yeah, they start big and then they go little, don't they? They start like that and then they go like that. There we go. Gosh. Okay, so there's our wings. Good grief. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay, so there's my wings. But you can paint like, you can go over it with a soft, or a thin, not soft, a thin layer of gesso, let it dry really good, and then take it and sand it. And some people will take like sandpaper and take like a block of wood. Say that, you know, say this is a block of wood, but it's not, it's an old tore up box. They take their sandpaper over the outside of the sanding block, and then they make like a, or they take it over the block of wood and make like a sanding block. And then you can, you know, sand it like that, or you can just sand it with a piece of sandpaper, or they have things that you buy just particularly for that. But if you do it, just lightly sand it. Don't sand it real hard. And then let it dry, wipe it off, paint it with gesso again if you need to. And you can do that a couple times till you get it, where you want it. But it's not necessary. If you buy your canvas already pre-gessoed, you really don't need to do that unless it's just too rough for you. Tammy says she used the gesso on her board. She's painting on now because she started another picture but decided to do the birdhouse on it. Yes, that is one thing that you can use gesso for. Or you can just use white paint. Or a toned color to cover up something that you've painted before. You can do that. So, yeah. So, Tammy, I'm trying, golden yellow. So you can use it to cover up a painting. Yeah. If you painted this painting and you hated it, and you wanted to paint something else, you can take the gesso, or like I said, you can tint your gesso with a gray, or, you know, a burnt sienna or something like that. I've done that many times because I would have canvas that I would draw on them for the painting parties, or paint something on them and not like them, and then I would do that. So, but not a lot of people. Some people use, instead of white paint, they'll use gesso. So there's another avenue that you can do with gesso. So, yeah. And Jane says, is gesso like a primer? Gesso, I don't think that it's really, I don't know. I can't really answer that question. I don't know. I can research that for you. Gesso, in my experience, is to, I guess it's to prime your canvas. Is what it is. It's to get it ready for you to paint on it. It gets the canvas ready to for you to paint. Even if you're painting on oil painting, the acrylic or the gesso is on the canvas before you do an oil painting. So yeah, I guess it is a primer to prime the canvas and prepare you to paint on it. So there. But you can use it to smooth down the canvas. Like I said, if the canvas is really rough, the tooth is just really rough. I'm using yellow and sienna for this bird, yellow and sienna for the dark part of the bird. And I did add orange. Why? Because I can't find my sienna on my plate that I just used. Oh, there it is. I used the last of it. This bird was yellow and sienna for the dark part of it. And I had to get more because I ran out. But yeah, some people use the gesso as the white. So instead of like, you know, a tube of white or whatever. So whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but I have used it before. It's thicker. It's more, gives you more of an opaque coverage. It gives you more coverage. Have you heard of a clear gesso? No, I have not. You just heard of it. Would that be like a sealer? I have never heard of clear gesso. I'll have to research that. No, I have not. They were using the clear on top of stuff. Huh. That sounds to me like it would be a type of a sealer, but I've never heard of that. Just lightening the top of that with some yellow, made its beak yellow. Just going in with some light on the top of that bird there. Huh, I don't know. I seal mine with an acrylic sealer, or a varnish, I mean. Grumbacher or one of these. I like the Kmart, this Krylon. I like this one. Make sure it's non-yellowing. I like this one pretty well. And the Grumbacher, I like this. But I don't really necessarily like it in matte. I like it in a satin, but that's hard to find. Usually all you can find is matte or gloss, and I really don't like it in matte so much. But make sure it's for acrylic. This one's for oil and acrylic, which is fine. But that's more for like my fine art paintings. This is good for just, you know, these here in the studio that we paint. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to do some legs for this little fellow. Doing just some brown and a little bit of purple or a little bit of black or something in there just for the feet. And we'll do a little bit of a wing. Did I do that wrong again? Oh, I did it wrong again. I think it's because it's backwards. There, and I painted it the wrong color. I don't know why. I guess the other ones I did black too, didn't I? I don't know. I swear, maybe I did bump my head the other day or yesterday. Maybe I did bump my head. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kidding. I hope I didn't. Okay. All right. So there we're doing a little indication of a wing. Little indication of a wing. And then a little black for the eye. Okay, so now we can do some highlighting and we can write no vacancy on the thing. Okay, so that I'm going to do a little bit of blue. Is gesso and acrylic? Yes. Water-based? Yes. Yes. In my experience, yes. It is. All that I have ever seen is yes. Because it's also used for yeah, it says it's prepared a prepared ground for oil and acrylic colors. Yeah, so that's gesso there. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. We're doing no vacancy here, right? So how am I going to do that? Do I want to do? I write so big. Do I want to take up the whole thing? No vacancy. I'm not very good at writing. I never like it. So, I don't know if you guys like yours or not, but I don't think anybody does. I don't like mine. So, I'm just taking some brown and a little bit of black. And I'm just going to try and make this not... oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to make it wonky, if that makes sense. Wonky a little bit, because I don't want it to be so perfect. Okay, so then I'm going to do that, and hopefully that's showing up. And then if you want to, you can go back over it a little bit with some white here and there, but I think I like the black because it shows up better. And I need a little dot. We'll do a little dot of white in the eye of the bird. Bring those to life a little bit. We'll do some highlighting. A little bit of white, a little bit of yellow. Do a little bit of highlighting here on the bird. The last thing that you paint is the first thing that people see. So that's the cool part is the final hoorah that you put on. The last thing you paint is the first thing that people see when they look at a painting. And that's funny because that's the first thing you want to paint when you look at a painting is you think that you need to paint that first, or when you're looking at something to paint, you think that's what you need to paint first, but it's the last thing that you paint. All this doodad stuff here. The highlights. The icing on the cake. This is when it comes to life, guys. This is it. This is the ta-da! And less is more. Do not overdo it. Do not overdo it. Okay? All right. So do we get it? Are we good? Okay. And I didn't add my purple. I wanted to add a little bit of purple flowers. And I still may do that because I wanted to incorporate some purple in this painting. I'm looking for a bristle brush that will work for me. All right. So if this is what you like, if you like this kind of thing, if you've enjoyed painting with me this evening, and you think the All Access membership is something that you would like, please join and paint with me, paint with us. There's a community of artists in there. Won't just be me, but I'll be there to guide you along the way and help you to get where you want to be as a painter. So it's a great opportunity. You can, there's no obligation to stay. You can quit, drop out anytime. But just remember, if you do, the All Access membership only opens twice a year. And I'm just adding some lights here so you can see these little thingies. It only opens twice a year, so you have to wait till it opens to join back. Okay, so I'm going to put some purple flowers in here. I'm wanting to do purple flowers, and that's what I'm going to do. So they're going to be very subtle. I'm taking a bristle brush that I've just pounced it down to bristle, get the bristles to spread apart. I'm taking purple, and I'm adding some white. And I'm loading my brush, getting some purple in there. And I'm just going to get some, gosh, what was that? Huh, that was weird. What that was. Dixie hollering. Weird. But I'm just going to get some little, just some little, like there's little purple flowers in here on this greenery, if I can ever get this to show up. Just here and there. And I don't know what this is, but it has purple flowers on it because I want, oops, didn't want it there, because I want some purple in my painting. I could have put some little purple flowers down here, but I'm doing it up here. That's just what I'm doing. Oops, got a little glob right there, didn't I? Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit of white. I did purple. Now I'm going to go into the white and purple, and I'm just pouncing. This bristle brush is not spread as far apart as I'd like for it to be. I didn't want that one to be there. I'm going to clean that one off. It really doesn't matter, but it's kind of off the beaten path. But I'm really liking the way this turned out. I think this is so cute. I hope you guys liked it. Try it. Give it a try. See if it's something that you like. Yeah. Make the colors and things what you like, what you want it to be. Oh, yeah. All paintings need purple, don't they? Purple is a good color. It's very strong, though. It's like when you want it to show, like I am right now, when you want it to pop and you want it to show up, it won't. But when you mix it with a color, you're like, dang. I got way too much in here. And yeah, and it's like overflowing. So, isn't that cool? Too cool. Really. There we go. Fun times. Little dabble do ya on there. But that was good. That was fun. That is so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I sure did. Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Yeah, so sign that one and call it done. That is a doozy. That was fun. Yeah, and then I just take a color that'll show up down there that's not so, you know, not so standoutish. Well, you want your signature to show up. I guess I could sign it with purple, but I'm just going to do this blue and brown right here. And I just take my script liner. And there we go. All right. So, but this is what we do. This is what the All Access membership is. And like I said, if you think this is a lot and fun and you enjoy it and you think you want more, well, there is more inside of there because, like I told you all last night, the All Access membership is, this is like a bite of a cheeseburger, and the All Access membership is the buffet. And when you have a little taste of this, a little bite of your cheeseburger or your pizza, or as Heather said, bacon, then you just wait. The All Access membership is the bomb. It's the ultimate. Like I said, you get three new videos a month. You get access to me inside of the group, the other artists that are in there, a community of artists to paint with and grow and share and get to know And it's just, you make friends. You just make friends in there. And it's so fun to have, like, other people that love to do what you do. That, other people that enjoy painting like you do. So that's fun. A bunch of people in there just enjoying what they do and enjoying time with each other and sharing your art and complimenting each other on their art and encouraging people and so on and so forth. Okay, so I like everything but that bluebird's tail. And I can't find my brush. This tail is like square. Okay. All right. That is it. Ta-da. Ta-da, ta-da. What do you think, guys? Did we do good? I think we did good. But just remember, acrylic paint dries 2 to 3 shades darker. And when you think that it's light enough, it's not. And you just have to go back and excuse me, I don't know where water is. Oh, here it is. You just have to go back and adjust so that you can lighten it up as you go. And sometimes even after I've painted a painting and I go back to it a day or so, I lighten it up more because it just looks darker. So there you are. Paint that one. That was a fun one. Look at those cute little birds. Isn't that a sweet thing? That is so cute. Love, love, love it. All right. Well, you all have made my evening. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed painting this with you. That was a fun one. And it is a beaut. Let's see if we can see that one there. Yeah. So that's fun. All right. If you all have any questions, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. If you don't ask them here on the live, you can ask them and post them in the comments, and I'll go back in and I answer the questions later. So if you don't think of something now and you think of something and you want to ask it later, feel free. So I put the link in there for the All Access membership. If you want to go over and get more information about it, there's some there, some testimonials, a video, and some different things that you can look at in there to find out more information. So I hope you've enjoyed the painting tonight and last night. It was a 2-parter, but it's a real cute one. So y'all come back and join me. I'll be back on here tomorrow and again on Friday. So if you want to join in on painting with me, I'll probably be doing that. And then one of those evenings I'll be, I think, showing you actually what's inside, I hope, of the group and the website. It depends on my internet. I've had some real struggles with internet this week, so we'll see how that goes. All right, thank you all so much. Appreciate all the those, whatever those things are called, the hearts and the thumbs up and the so on and so forth. That's fun. I love to see that. So thank you all. Have a great evening. God bless you all. Take care. I shall see you all on here again tomorrow, and have a great night. And thanks again. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate you. I love my painters. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.